Welcome to Ask the Lawyer radio podcast with attorney Brian Figueroa of the law firm Figueroa and Associates. This podcast features a recording of our most recent radio show aired weekly in New York City. We hope you enjoy the show, which features news, views, and interviews on matters such as immigration, personal injury, bankruptcy, divorce, family law, estate planning, wills and probate, deed transfers, civil rights, criminal defense, workers' compensation, and taxes, both individual and business. You can contact us at 855-768-8845 or visit us at www.askthelawyer.us. You have questions? We've got the answers.
Immigrant Detention Apprehension Tips. The Immigrant Detention Apprehension Tips document, published by the American Immigration Lawyers Association, AILA, offers strategic guidance for noncitizens and their legal representatives in the face of heightened immigration enforcement. With the backdrop of aggressive immigration policies, particularly under the Trump administration, the document provides practical steps for immigrants at risk of detention. This analysis examines the key aspects of the document, its implications for noncitizens, and the broader consequences of immigration enforcement policies. Introduction: A climate of aggressive immigration enforcement. The document highlights a shift in immigration enforcement priorities, stating that individuals who were previously not considered high priority for removal are now being detained. It emphasizes the need for preparedness among noncitizens, particularly those without legal status or with prior removal orders. The Immigrant Detention Apprehension Tips document provides structured advice in key areas: personal and family preparedness, legal preparedness, understanding prior removal orders, responding to expedited removal, immigration bonds and release strategies, interactions with law enforcement. By outlining these aspects, AILA aims to empower noncitizens with knowledge and strategies to protect their rights during encounters with immigration authorities. 1. Importance of a personal and family plan of action. Ensuring access to essential resources. AILA advises noncitizens to create a comprehensive action plan to handle personal matters in the event of detention. This includes ensuring access to bank accounts for trusted individuals who may need to handle financial matters. Appointing guardianship for minor children to prevent family separation. Safeguarding important documents such as identity papers, immigration paperwork, and financial records. The document draws parallels between preparing for detention and FEMA's emergency preparedness recommendations for natural disasters, reinforcing the importance of proactive planning. Preventing family separation. For migrant parents, the document recommends using resources like the Women's Refugee Commission Guide, Make a Plan, essential steps for migrant parents for preventing family separation. This ensures that in cases of detention, children are not left without a legal guardian or means of support. 2. Establishing a legal plan of action. Understanding rights and legal safeguards. For noncitizens at risk of detention, having a legal plan is critical, the document suggests. Knowing how to respond to immigration officers, including when to remain silent and when to assert legal rights. Avoiding coercion into voluntary return, as officers may pressure detainees into signing removal agreements. Understanding the importance of legal representation, especially in cases involving expedited removal. Avoiding signing unclear documents. One of the key recommendations is that noncitizens should not sign documents they do not understand, as signing certain immigration paperwork can lead to immediate deportation. Keeping legal paperwork readily available. AILA advises noncitizens to carry documents such as Form G-28, representation by an attorney, Form I-220A, order of release on recognizance, proof of identity and immigration status. By having these documents prepared, noncitizens can better advocate for themselves in legal proceedings. 3. Understanding prior removal orders. Checking for past removal orders. A major concern for noncitizens is whether they have a prior order of removal, which affects their legal options. The document outlines methods for verifying this status, such as filing a Freedom of Information Act (FOIA) request with USCIS, OBIN, and EOIR, checking A number records through the EOIR case status system, understanding past immigration encounters, including instances where an officer may have verbally issued a removal warning, implications of a prior removal order. Having a prior removal order significantly impacts how a noncitizen should interact with immigration officials. Those with such orders are at higher risk of immediate deportation and need to be prepared to communicate their fear of return to their home country. 4. Addressing expedited removal. Expansion of expedited removal policies. Under aggressive enforcement policies, expedited removal has been expanded beyond recent border crossers to include noncitizens detained anywhere in the U.S. who cannot prove 2 years of continuous presence. Proving presence in the U.S. To avoid expedited removal, AILA advises noncitizens to carry physical evidence of their presence in the U.S. for over 2 years, such as rental agreements or utility bills, employment records, medical or school records for themselves or their children. Asserting fear of persecution. For individuals facing removal, asserting a credible fear of persecution in their home country is critical. However, AILA warns that not all officers properly follow procedures for asylum claims, making legal representation crucial. 5. Immigration bonds and release strategies. Seeking release on bond. If a noncitizen is detained, they may be eligible for release on bond. AILA recommends preparing proof of stable residence, family ties in the U.S., employment records, medical conditions that require care in the U.S., differences between immigration and criminal bonds. The document explains that immigration bonds differ from criminal bonds, requiring a minimum payment of $1,500, which must be fully paid upfront. Additionally, the government can revoke an immigration bond at any time. 6. Interacting with law enforcement. Handling home raids. For noncitizens facing immigration enforcement at home, AILA provides key guidance. Do not open the door unless ICE presents a judicial warrant. Ask to see the warrant before allowing entry. Do not resist if officers force entry, but do not answer questions beyond providing a name. Noncitizens under ICE monitoring should be cautious, as refusing entry during routine check-ins can be considered non-compliance. Encounters in public. If stopped by ICE in public, noncitizens should ask if they are free to leave. If yes, they should walk away. Decline to answer questions beyond providing their name. Politely refuse searches of their belongings or car without a warrant. Risks of remaining silent. While noncitizens have the right to remain silent, failing to prove 2 years of presence in the U.S. can result in expedited removal. Similarly, individuals with prior removal orders who do not express fear of return may face immediate deportation. Broader implications of the document. Impact on immigrant communities. The advice given in the document highlights the heightened risk faced by undocumented immigrants under aggressive enforcement policies. Many noncitizens who have lived in the U.S. for years without incident are now suddenly vulnerable to detention and deportation. Challenges in asserting rights. Despite the legal protections outlined, enforcement actions often do not align with due process. The document underscores how officers coerce voluntary returns, fail to provide proper asylum screenings, and delay access to legal representation. The role of legal advocacy. The document reinforces the importance of legal representation in protecting noncitizens from unjust detention and removal. Lawyers play a key role in ensuring noncitizens understand their rights, advocating against expedited removal, securing release on bond, challenging unlawful detentions in court. Conclusion. The Immigrant Detention Apprehension Tips document serves as a crucial resource for noncitizens and immigration advocates in navigating a hostile enforcement environment. By preparing personal and legal plans, asserting rights strategically, and seeking legal counsel, noncitizens can better protect themselves from detention and deportation. However, systemic challenges remain, and broader policy reforms are necessary to ensure fair treatment for immigrants facing enforcement actions.
Do you have an immigration problem? The law firm of Figueroa and Associates can help. We specialize in deportation defenses, family-sponsored permanent residence, petitions for writ of habeas corpus, appeals to the Board of Immigration Appeals, U.S. citizenship applications, H-1B professional workers, and more. Remember, the lawyer you hire does make a difference. Get the facts, make the right decision, and beware of immigration fraud. For more information and a consultation, call 855-76-8845. That's 855-76-8845. Or visit us at askthelawyer.us. That's askthelawyer.us.